A very good morning to all my 7th class students. So for today's Olympiad sessions, as you remember, if you remember last week I gave you this pics of 13th chapter electric current and its effects Olympiad questions. I asked you to try on your own. So here's a video showing giving you the right answers, explanation and the right answers, children. Please check and do write down at the back side of your science homework, children. Okay, so as you know that the topic that we are dealing today, it is electric current and its effects, children. Okay, so hope you have understood this lesson properly, and based on this let us solve some questions. You can see the first one. When current is passed through a conductor, the heat produced in it depends upon. So as you know that whenever electricity passes through a conductor, what happens is the material, okay, by which the conductor is made and the current flowing through it and the time also has an impact, has an effect. So I can say that which of the following is true, he is asking actually. So it depends on. So the current which is passing through a conductor, when it passes, the heat produced will depend upon actually all the three, children. It depends. The heat produced will be directly, it will be depending upon the material of the conductor, the current flowing through the conductor, the time for which the current flows also. So which option is right here? The D option is right here, children. Okay. Now let us see the next one. Which of the following appliances does not use an electromagnet? Electromagnets, many appliances work with the help of electromagnets actually. As you can see, we have learnt in our chapter, one of the example is electric bell. We also have in washing machine as well as a refrigerator also. As you can see here, electric heater, it does not require anything. It just needs a metal or a conductor with which can offer more resistance so that more heat is produced. It's just like a coil, that's all. So electric heater does not require electromagnet here, okay? Because here no magnetic effect is required, only it requires the heating effect of electricity. When the strength of current flowing through a coil is increased, then which of the following statements is true? Strength, what is the other word for strength? I can say that it is magnitude also, the amount of current flowing, the strength. So when you increase the strength, what will happen? Automatically the amount of heat generated also gets increased, right? So which of the following statements is true, he is asking. Strength of the magnetic field decreases. Why will it decrease? So it's wrong. Strength of the magnetic field increases. Yes. Through a coil, as you know that whenever electricity passes through a coil, it produces a magnetic field around the conductor. That is nothing but the magnetic effect, right? Once the amount of current flowing is increased, the amount of magnetic field around also increases. Let us see the other options. Amount of heat generated decreases? No. Strength of the magnetic field remains constant? No. So the right option is B. Strength of the magnetic field increases. This is relatively easier. Which of the following does not work on the heating effects? Actually this and this iron box, bulb and a heater, all these three work on the magnetic effects of electric, on the heating effect of electric current. This one, I think it's I don't understand this one, it's not so clear. So the option left is actually D. Okay, so this is something which is not maybe it's a battery or something. I'm not getting it clearly. The magnetic field around a conductor, current carrying conductor, what happens to that? Lasts for 3 hours. Lasts for 3 hours, lasts as long as the current flows through it, and lasts till its half period and is permanent. No, it lasts as long as the current flows through it. Once the current is switched off, if it stops flowing, then the conductor does not produce the magnetic field around it. So this is the right option, children. Which of the following is not a circuit element? You can see that there will be some elements which are attached, or which are incorporated or connected in a circuit. So what are all these? We'll see one of it is not a circuit element. Battery, voltmeter, resistor, potential difference. So you can see that potential difference is a physical quantity. So it is nothing but it's expressed in terms of V. Okay. So it is the force which allows the electrons to move from one point to the other in a circuit. The flow of electrons is mainly due to potential difference, and it is the physical quantity. It's not an element. So option C is right. A fuse wire is made up of alloy. So we know the fuse wire, it's a special wire mainly used for safety purpose. So fuse wire is nothing but an alloy made up of two elements actually, and that is tin and lead, so that the melting point is reduced and the resistance is increased. So because for that reason, tin lead alloy is used as a fuse wire. Which of the following circuits bulb will glow? If you see carefully, A, B, C, D, in all the other cases, B, C and D, the switch is open. When the switch is open, how can the bulb glow? It's not complete circuit. So A is the right option. Here only the bulb will glow, children. Got it? Very easy. Sometimes such tricky questions are asked. Marking on a bulb is 60 watts and 220 volts. Okay, what does it signify? Very important question. I don't want you to confuse more, but option A is correct. You see here, the bulb is connected across 220 volts. What is the potential difference? It is 220, and 60 watts means 60 joules of energy is consumed for every second. This is the right description. Okay. Now you can see this, match the two columns and select the correct option. You can see here a bad conductor of electricity but a good conductor of heat. Out of this, it is mica. Mica is one such substance which is a bad conductor of electricity, a non-conductor, and it's a good conductor of heat actually. So it's an example. So A is 3. Where is A3? Maybe C. We'll see. A wire twisted many times. It should be a coil, right? So B is 4. This is also right. Smart eco-friendly bulb. It is CFL. This is also right. An alloy whose temperature can rise up to 900 degrees Celsius. It is a nichrome. So option C is correct here. Next you see, observe the given circuit diagrams X and Y and identify the correct statement. Out of all these A, B, C, D, one of the option is incorrect. One of the option is correct. All the other three are incorrect. You can see, first carefully see the circuit diagrams. You can see there are bulbs across, there's a switch, and here the bulbs are in series connection, and here they are in parallel connection. Let us see now. Circuit Y is a series circuit. Is it a series? No. Bulbs are connected parallelly. You can see that it is parallel connection. Bulb 2 in circuit X will glow. Bulb 2 in circuit X will glow even when the bulb is fused. Fused bulb means what, children? There is a gap, or what you call, the filament is broken. When the filament is broken, the circuit is open. When the circuit is open, how can the bulb 2 glow? So it is also wrong. In circuit Y, the bulb 3 will glow if only switch S2 is closed. If only switch S2 is closed, the bulb will glow because it is a parallel connection, children. Even if S3 is open also, this one won't glow. But if S2 is closed, S3 will glow. So which option is correct? In circuit Y, bulb 3 will glow if only switch S2 is closed. Okay, children. Now let's see the 12th one. Which of the following statements is incorrect for the given circuit? You can see over here, carefully study the diagrams whenever such diagrams are given. You can see that a battery is placed like this. Is the connection correct, children? No. A battery should be connected, positive of one cell should be connected to the negative of the other cell. So it's connected in a wrong way. Let us find out the incorrect statement. Okay, and here there is a compass. The compass is brought near the circuit actually. The battery is not connected properly in the circuit. That's true. When compass is kept near to the circuit, it will not show any deflection because there is no electricity flowing in the circuit. In case there is electricity flowing, then we find some reflection in this compass. You can see the given circuit is incomplete because there is no source of electric energy. Yes, the given source is incomplete because the battery is not connected properly. Due to the battery in this circuit, electric wire behaves as a magnet. So that is wrong. So incorrect statement is this, children, because there is the battery is not properly connected, so it will not behave as a magnet. In which circuit the bulbs will glow brightly? Can you see these two diagrams very carefully? You please see. If you see carefully, both the circuits are same. Can you see it is 1.5 volts battery? And you can see this is also 1.5 volts when you add up all together. So I can say that both P and Q have, what is that? Like the electric source, what is that? The potential difference is nothing but same. So in circuit, in which case the bulbs will glow brightly now? In both the cases P and Q, the bulbs will glow with equal brightness because the amount of what you call the strength of current is same, isn't it? Now, which of the following diagrams represent a short circuit? What do you mean by a short circuit here? So you can see A, B, C and D. You can see that in each and every case, the circuit is properly connected using some element, okay? Like a resistor or, the voltmeter, the ammeter, etc. But here in this case, a wire is simply joined, giving the electricity a bypass, a short way, which can fuse actually the bulb. So here this represents the short circuit, okay? Copper wires are used as connecting wires because copper has very high melting point. Copper wires are very thick wires. Copper wires offers low resistance. So this is what copper wires don't get hot easily. So they don't get hot easily. So they offer very less resistance, which is required. Because if they offer high resistance, the wires would melt and lead to many hazardous conditions like short circuits or so on. So that's why coppers are used, okay? So that's what we have completed 15 questions. Please note it down if you want for your future reference, okay? Thank you, children.